overall, it felt good to be out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. It definitely felt good to be back, especially from the crowd, the fans.
Good crowd for this session.
Definitely. I wasn't used to it. Coming from last year, we didn't really have that many people here, but this year it's looking like it's really exciting, real electrifying out there. So.
How would you kind of describe just the general atmosphere in comparison to last year? So there were some games you're going through warm-outs,
like crickets, but it's amazing to see people come and support, watch us do what we do best, and to represent for the town and the city. It's just an amazing opportunity to just play in front of them and just to play our best basketball. It feels good.
And you guys have so many players, positions, right?
Yeah, you got Tyson Acuff, Monty Bates, just the dynamic of them two right there, and then our big legend Jeter, Jalen. Just playing with them, and it's a new team for me, so but playing with them is making my job a whole lot easier as a PG, and we're getting adjusted and learning how to play with each other day by day.
How do you kind of develop chemistry on the fly with so many guys?
Just reps, constant reps every day, putting forth the effort, complimenting each other, off the court, chilling, relaxing with each other, and just, building that camaraderie with each other.
Obviously Monty brings totally different dynamic, and him being here, there's going to be so much attention, and, how do you try to, get the best out of him, but then also maybe not have him feel like there's so much on him, if that makes sense?
I feel like, those type of guys, you got to let them be them, but at the same time, just let them know we're here for them, support them, and just watch them hoop and let them hoop. You know what I'm saying? That's a rare type of talent. 6'9" guard with handles that can shoot the ball, play all three levels. So great piece.
Amani got a little late start with you guys with the practice this year. How's he blended in? How's he transitioned?
Transitioned real well. Came in, got right to it, was locked in, real focused, and that was it. Fit in real well.
Where's the talent level on this team compared to last year?
It's through the roof. I think not to discredit my team last year, but I feel like we're a way better team this year. More exciting, more electrifying, more dynamic, especially from the guard standpoint. And we have all threats in all five positions. And especially coming off the bench, we got a freshman, Orlando Lovejoy, that comes in and brings in the defense. I think it's just, doesn't matter who you put in, who you put out there. I feel like we got guys that's ready to play.
Obviously, you're trying to develop camaraderie as well. Chemistry on the court is one thing, but everyone getting each other, especially because there's a lot of older guys and stuff like that. How does that go?
I wouldn't say we're old. I feel like we're a pretty young team. I feel like we're full of sophomores. I think I'm probably the older guy. I'm only a sophomore, so you know what I'm saying. But I feel like just making sure we come in every day, putting forth the effort, and just staying focused, staying locked into the main goal. I feel like it's gonna get better day by day.
All right, thanks.
Sure.
Thanks, Tom. All right. And we have legends here. Double.
How y'all doing?
How much fun was that?
Say it again.
How much fun was that?
Honestly, I enjoyed it, man. It's my first game in 2 years. I redshirted last year, and just watching, make it to the Sweet 16 last year and the big crowds, and they coming here playing against, in front of a big crowd and playing against a major team was enjoyable, honestly.
I guess similar question about kind of feels of the buzz. It was an exhibition game, but obviously, a guy like Amani coming home, right? It brings a whole kind of different vibe to it. Was that something that you guys kind of felt on the bench, even on the warm-ups or anything like that?
As far as the crowd?
Yeah, just like that. It didn't kind of feel like an exhibition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that too. But I kind of figured, all the new players coming in, kind of figured it's gonna be a pretty, decent crowd. Everybody want to watch us play. Just all the media, talking about us. So, I kind of expected it. So, it didn't really, surprise me.
And how would you kind of describe you mentioned being in a place and at a bigger school, and then you come to a MAC program and kind of embracing a different place, right? At a different level. What's that kind of like for you? What's that process been like?
It's been a good process. It's been a good process, should I say. Last year, like I said again, redshirted. Said I watched the whole season. Big lights, wonderful players. Big East is a different ball game to me. But then again, it's my first game here in the MAC. First game watching the MAC. It's just I won't say it's that different, but I couldn't really explain it because it's my first game in 2 years. I just been watching, so now it's here. So it's just ready to play.
We just know about a bunch of new players all at once, kind of trying to come together. How do you see that playing out currently? And looks like we're just kind of getting a feel for how you all play,
Honestly, Orlando Lovejoy, Tyson Acuff, and Colin, we kind of all grew up together, playing ball. So, I kind of figured, our chemistry would be connecting, good. But then again, bringing in, playing with Noah Farrakhan and bringing in Monty Bates, like who would imagine us being on one team, it's crazy. It actually feels good playing with all of us together. We have a great squad, and Jalen too. Can't forget him. It's feel great.
Anything else, guys?
No problem.
I'm not used to doing this, but this is great.
Coach Tony Paul, Detroit News, Brendan Quinn, The Athletic.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you in person.
Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it.
Just that had to be a lot of fun to watch. The new pieces out there.
Yeah, well, wasn't that fun early on, but it's early in the year. We're trying to figure out who we are and how we need to play together as a group. And we've got individual talent, but we got to become a team of talent. And so we just need to put that together. And we can't be a team that kind of turns it on and turns it off. But I give Grand Valley a lot of credit. Those guys came in here and they played, extremely hard, extremely aggressive. And I think that's one thing that, I've got to teach my team and help them understand with the guy, let's just be honest, with Amani Bates on the team, he draws attention. And we're going to get a lot of teams' best shot just because, hey, of the name that he has and what he's done, through his youth. But I thought our team in the second half figured some things out. We got much more aggressive on the defensive end. Legend Jeter did a phenomenal job on the glass. We got great pressure on the ball. Orlando Lovejoy kind of gave us a lot of that. And, different guys at different times step up. Noah had a much better second half. Amani was obviously a guy who could just give us, a lot of production throughout the game. He's a guy that's capable of just going off. And I don't think we've even scratched the surface of what he's capable of doing, considering like he's still early in his infancy of being in the program and learning all the things that we're supposed to be doing. So, hey, we'll take this as a learning experience and, get ready for all the rest of them count.
How do you want to play this year? You talk about all these new pieces,
Yeah.
right? And you have to decide whatever kind of style.
Yeah.
How do you think this roster is best built to look?
We talk about our identity, and this is where we want to get to. So we talk about being a team that's connected. We talk about a team that's being tough. We talk about a team that communicates extremely well on the court. And we talk about a team that is just going to be locked in focus every single time we play. So we're not there, but when I look at my roster, you look at the guys playing out there, they're all freshmen and sophomores. Like we don't have our one senior, DJ Ballard, didn't even play today. So we're all guys that got, 3-4 years of basketball in front of us. So we're still learning, we're still growing. But I like it. They were in the locker room, and I know they were, a little pissed off at themselves that they knew they could have played a little bit better. But, the thing is, it's not playing better doesn't mean making more shots. Playing better means, moving the ball, better teamwork, playing better defense, everybody on the glass, out hustling the other team for 50-50 loose balls and things like that.
Make it the atmosphere and the crowd.
For
an exhibition game.
Unbelievable.
Thursday night,
Thursday night, October, during football season, great crowd. I mean, Eastern Michigan, we haven't had this. I don't even know. They couldn't even come back. I know I didn't have it when I played in the 80s here, so I don't know. So, but no, it's fantastic. And, that's we want to continue that. We want our fans to come out and support us. And I know our players feed off of that. And so that's awesome to see and awesome to have.
It's kind of a message when you're down transfers and getting them to kind of embrace the level, right? And because obviously they had a different vision for themselves, right? So what's kind of your message on that?
Well, I don't really look at, I don't, when I talk to players about coming to Eastern Michigan, I don't talk to them about, hey, you're coming to a mid-major or anything like that. I talk to them about, hey, this is we're going to play a high-level schedule. We got Michigan, we got South Carolina. We're going to play different people. The MAC is a very tough conference. But I also tell them, like, hey, you know what? When you look at NBA players and some of the great ones that play right now, Steph Curry, John Morant, Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum, they all came from an Eastern Michigan type school, basically. And so you can fulfill your dreams here. And that's what our message is for all of them, Amani, Noah, all those guys. Like, right when I left here at Eastern Michigan, I played with Grant Long. He had a hell of a career in the NBA. Right after that was, you had Earl Boykins, you had the Thomas twins, we had guys, Derek Dow, like there was guys here. That's what I remember about Eastern Michigan. And that's what I want to bring back here. And I feel like we got some guys like that too.
Obviously, you touched on Amani, a good game. He got a late start, practicing with you guys this year. I'm just curious, how did he integrate himself in with the team when he came back? How was that process? Did he address the team at all on his first practice back? Can you just give us a little bit of insight into that?
Yeah, the good thing about Amani is he knows a lot of these guys throughout the years. So some of them were his AU teammates, some of them were guys he played against in high school. And that was a big reason why he wanted to come to Eastern Michigan as well. He did speak to his team. I don't know exactly what was said. I actually let him talk to the team without the coaches. So he did speak to the team, and I know they welcomed him with open arms, and they were very happy for him. We all, I'm telling you, and this is honest God truth, he is a really good kid. He made a mistake, but he's a really good kid, and I enjoy coaching him. He works hard. He wants to be good. He wants to be the best he can be, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad we have him. And I don't know I didn't know him before, probably this spring, but whatever was said in the media is not the guy I coach. So I don't know if he changed or the media got it wrong.
You, after his second turnover in the second half, he came out.
Yeah.
You talked to him. What did you say to him there?
Well, I just told him, like, one of the things I talked about at halftime was the fact that they were trying to blitz these picks up top. And I wanted him to just hit the roll man. And I felt him, but not just him, but all the guards would just kind of hold the ball too much. And like I look at the stat sheet, I don't like the fact that we only had 13 assists, we had 14 turnovers. That's not how we want to play. We want to be a team that's somewhere around 20 assists and maybe 10 turnovers. And so I just want to get him the message like, hey, look, not just him, but all the guys. Like, and I think if they know I'm going to coach him and take him out for something, it's going to resonate a lot more with those guys.
This last one for
Sure.
When you have these new guys, a lot of them are used to being the guy elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Is that ever, when you bring all these pieces in, is that ever a concern for you? And how do you have to make sure that doesn't become an issue?
That's what coaching is all about. That's just coaching. I'd rather have it that way, where you have some talented guys and you're trying to bring them together, than have no talented guys and, trying to figure out ways to win games. So, I think these guys, they don't mind being coached. When you talk to them and you tell them, we watch film, they get it. We're just in that process of building better habits, and we'll get there. This is my first rodeo doing this, and I've seen it like this. I've seen it worse than this, and I've seen it better than this. And so it is what it is. It's what I signed up for, and I enjoy doing it.
How big is the talent improvement from a year ago?
Oh, yeah, we made big jumps. I think almost, even the guys returning are better players than last year. Noah's a much better defensive player. He's playing harder. Then you look at even, Colin, I think, is a better player, but you don't see it because Jalen didn't play. Jalen Billings is a really good player. He just didn't play, at his best, his high level yet. But you'll see as time goes on, he's going to be a double-figure guy and a 6-7 rebound guy. But, yeah, almost every position we've upgraded, obviously, at Amani. And Even, we lost a good player in Mo Jai, but Legend Jeter is more than made up for that with the way he rebounds the ball and he's able to facilitate offense.